Your Weather Watch continues right here on the Weather Network. Hi, good evening. I'm Denise Andreacchi. Hope you had a fabulous weekend. Well, it's the end of the weekend, and what an active weather weekend it was, especially in the prairies. Calgary on Friday just got hammered with some severe thunderstorms that went through Regina. It prompted Environment Canada to issue a tornado warning at one point for the town of Weyburn, Saskatchewan. Take a look at this risk map that we've created for the pre-dawn hours, because this system trekked southeast, and it's continuing to make its way into the southern part of Manitoba. So all around the Interlake region in the pre-dawn hours, you are going to see some severe and non-severe thunderstorms moving through the area. Winnipeg, you saw a very nice Sunday afternoon with a high of 27, but for the pre-dawn hours and into your Monday, you are going to see some severe conditions moving through. And you know what? You're not out of the woods either as you hit Monday afternoon, because this system is pretty big and it continues to trek east into northwestern Ontario. So Thunder Bay, for your drive into work, you could see some unsettled conditions. Of course, tune into the Weather Network before you head out on the roads to see just exactly what you're dealing with. Now, temperatures through the prairies have been pretty nice, comfortable. You can actually turn the air conditioning off for a change. As these systems moved through, they brought some cooler temps. Regina 22, even as you see for Monday afternoon, Winnipeg, you saw a high of 27 for your Sunday, only 22 degrees for your Monday. Well, the prairies isn't the only part of Canada that has seen some active weather. In Ontario, southwestern Ontario, weather as we say goodbye to one of the last weekends of the summer. Well, take a look at this risk map, because for Monday, we're seeing anywhere from Windsor all through the Greater Toronto area and into Kingston, and just gracing the Ottawa Valley region, you could see a line of non-severe thunderstorms moving through. That's thanks to a low-pressure system stateside that brought some unsettled conditions for the Sunday and is still kind of lingering around for the Monday as well. Now, temperatures across Ontario, they're pretty seasonal. They're pretty nice. Of course, we've got Humidex values in place as well, so it's going to feel a little warmer. Take a look at Toronto. It's 27 degrees, feeling closer to 35. So even with that chance of rain and chance of thunderstorms, you're not really cooling down at all. So my advice to you is definitely stay hydrated and don't do any excessive activity outside. Now, as we head more into the northern part of the province, temperatures fairly seasonal as well. You could see some sunny skies in Kapuskasing.
This long-range forecast is brought to you by Glenwood Tree Service.
Taking a look at the long-range forecast details, well, we've seen some unsettled conditions through the Maritimes for Sunday, and you know what? That low-pressure system, it's very slow moving, so it's still lingering around the Maritimes for Tuesday, and it's sitting on top of Newfoundland for the Tuesday. So unfortunately, you're going to be adding to some rainfall totals that you have seen thus far in the month of August for Newfoundland. And again, unsettled conditions through southern Ontario and northeastern Ontario. High pressure really dominating through the prairies, and mild conditions through Alberta and BC. So thankfully in Vancouver, you're seeing another gorgeous start to your week. Wednesday, however, through Western Canada, we're seeing some unsettled conditions pop up through Alberta. We are monitoring this, and we will bring you the very latest. It's getting a little bit less humid through southern Ontario, which is good news. And Quebec, however, though, some very unsettled conditions. Where we start to see some nicer conditions is through the Maritime provinces and Newfoundland. You're seeing high pressure dominating. Hopefully those temperatures in Newfoundland will get higher. Hi there, I'm Denise Andreacchi. It's time now for some viewer photos. As always, our viewers at the Weather Network are very interactive, and they sent us in some great photos of what this active weather across the country produced this weekend. Take a look at this. I'm very sorry, whoever owns that car in Calgary on Friday, and Regina, Saskatchewan. Randy, I hope you're in the passenger seat, or I'm going to have to call your mother, because you should not be driving and taking photos at the same time. However, I do appreciate it, and you can always upload our photos at theweathernetwork.com. Hi there, I'm Denise Andreacchi. Thanks for watching right here on the Weather Network. Well, if your lawn and garden needed some rain, it Chances are it got some of you who were in the Prairie provinces over the weekend. In fact, that storm that was wreaking havoc on the prairies, it's not gone just yet. Take a look at this for the pre-dawn hours. We're looking at this system moving into the southern regions of Manitoba, Brandon, Winnipeg. You're going to see very gusty winds and some hail. In fact, this system prompted Environment Canada to issue a tornado warning for southern Manitoba. It has since been dropped, but of course, if you are in these areas and you see active weather, call our storm line, 1-800-463-WIN. Now for Monday, this system is trekking eastwards. It's moving at about 60 kilometers per hour southeast. It's going to hit Thunder Bay around the morning commute. So of course, if you are in that region and you are heading out to work, check out the Weather Network and make sure that it is safe to get out onto the road because you never know what this system could produce. Another low is moving through southern Ontario. Some very unsettled conditions for Monday. And they are heading into southern Manitoba, all around the Interlake region, in fact, but the more severity is really coming south of the Interlakes through Brandon and Manitoba. So these cells are tracking, a line of cells are tracking southeast at about 60 kilometers per hour. And look at that. Here's our risk map that we've created for the pre-dawn hours. Through this red area here is the severity. So you're going to see gusty winds. You're going to see some hail. These pop-up thunderstorms are going to be severe in nature. Winnipeg, you could be woken up through the overnight by some thunder and lightning. You may have some scared little kids joining you in bed because these storm cells are really aggressive. And for Monday, they're still trekking east. They're heading into northwestern Ontario. So Thunder Bay, you could wake up to some unsettled conditions for your morning commute. Now, you're going to want to tune into the Weather Network because we are monitoring these systems and bringing you the very latest. Again, they have been severe in nature. They could continue that way as they head into Thunder Bay. So for your morning commute, you are going to want to be prepared for that drive. Taking a look at some temperatures across the prairies, well, some nice temperatures. In fact, a little bit of a relief from that really high heat and humidity that we see in the prairies through the summer. So turn off the air conditioners for a change. Open the window if it's not raining, of course, and get a nice sleep that way and let some fresh breeze into the house instead of turning on that air conditioner. Now, we've also got some unsettled conditions through southern Ontario. So there's a low pressure system stateside, and it's really making its way through anywhere from Windsor up through Toronto and into the Kingston area. Now, these are non-severe in nature. They could be bringing some pop-up thunder showers throughout the morning commute as well. So again, stay tuned with the Weather Network for that. Temperatures across this part of the country, well, they're pretty seasonal, staying hot in the Greater Toronto area and through southwestern Ontario through Windsor. Now, don't go anywhere. Are these temperatures going to stick around? I have all those details in the long-range forecast. Hi there, I'm Denise Andreacchi. Well, lots of active weather making news across the country this weekend. I'm here to bring you the weekend wrap-up of what the country saw weather-wise and lots of events going on all over the country. In fact, in Vancouver, what an incredible event. If you were traveling in Vancouver, it was perfect conditions. Of course, high pressure has just been dominating. Your weather watch is continuing, as always, right here on the Weather Network. And Western Canada finally getting a break. Some high pressure is just sitting over BC and Alberta, thankfully. So take a look at this sunshine all across the BC coast. They are not used to this. Unfortunately, they had a crummy July. August is really starting out to be a gorgeous month for them, and hopefully that will continue. You'll have to stick around to the long-range forecast to find out those details. Now, that system that is wreaking havoc, here it goes on Monday. It's trekking southeast at about 60 kilometers per hour, and with it, it's bringing some heavy hail, gusty winds, thunderstorms, rain, lightning. Thunder Bay, tomorrow morning, you could wake up to some non-severe thunder showers. You're going to want to stay tuned to the Weather Network for that because the region is really Dryden, Winnipeg, and the Thunder Bay area as well. You're just on the cusp of our risk map. So you're going to want to take precautions if you're heading out to your morning commute. Now, temperatures across the prairies have been nice and comfortable. Turn your air conditioner off for a change and leave the windows open for your sleep.